Dear children, welcome to digital lessons. In the last session we have seen how to make electric circuits and series and parallel circuits. Now in this session today we will learn how to take meter reading and what is the use of fuse and also MCB in our house. Now children, look here. What is this? Yes, it is a bulb. Look here, it is also a bulb. Now what do you notice here? Yes, whenever electricity is passed through bulb, it emits light energy as well as heat energy. Now if you touch a bulb in your house, you will find that it will be heated. That means it is consuming more power. Now wastage of electricity can be reduced by using fluorescent lamps and tube lights in place of bulbs, isn't it? Yes. Now in our house, in order to consume electricity, we will use CFL bulbs as well as tube lights. Now let us see about tube lights. Now these are the tube lights which normally we use at home. Now what is the difference between bulbs and tube lights? Tube lights will give more light and consume less amount of electricity. Therefore you will use tube lights. There is another difference, children. Can you tell me? Yes, and here we will get more bright light and also less heat. Whenever you touch tube light, that will be very less heat when compared to bulb. What is meant by CFLs? CFL is nothing but compact fluorescent lamps. Now can you look here? It is a CFL bulb. Normally we are using at our homes. It is also another type of CFL bulb. Now it is also nowadays we are getting CFL bulbs like this. Now compact fluorescent lamps also reduce wastage and can be fixed in ordinary bulb holders. Yes, there won't be any space, separate place for these fluorescent bulbs. Now our ordinary bulb holders also we can accommodate these CFL bulbs. That means we can replace our bulbs with CFL bulbs. Now you see, this is the ordinary holder. Here we can put our CFL lamps and we can get our electricity bill very less, because CFL bulbs consume less power and emit much light. Now have you ever seen an ISI marks over the lamp that the appliance is safe? Now what is meant by ISI? The word ISI stands for Indian Standards Institution. Now the electrical appliances which are having ISI mark are very stable and also they are safer to use. Now have you observed this mark on any electrical appliances? Yes, not only electrical appliances but also in other appliances also we can see this mark. This refers to standard code. What happens when excess electric current flows through the wires at our home? Did you ever observe, children? Yes, whenever excess electricity flows through the wires, suddenly what happens? All our electrical appliances in our house will burn, otherwise our wiring system will burn. Now let us have some pictures. When excess electric current flows through a circuit, the wires or the appliances may get heated and can catch fire. That means they will burn. Now have you seen this picture? Whenever excess electricity is coming, what is happening to this one? Now it burnt. Now you can see light also here burning. Now what is happening to the wires? Wires are burning. It is due to excess supply of electricity through our main board. Now what happened to the switch? Whenever we are inserting our charger, when excess power there, whenever we switch on the bulb, immediately it catching fire. Now here what happened to the iron box? It also burnt and caught fire. Now have you seen, this is the wiring. When electricity is coming excessively, what is happening to our wires? Wires are burning. Not only wires, sometimes it may catch fire in our houses also. Now you see what happened to the washing machine and house. Now entire things are burned due to fire accident. How this fire accident occurred? It is due to short circuit in our homes. Now you can see the picture. Here also our house is burning. Now therefore electricity is very dangerous. Now how to avoid this one? Now to avoid fire, a safety device known as fuse is connected in series in the circuit. In our houses normally in main board we will collect this fuse. Now you see this is a fuse wire. Now how to insert? Now you see this picture. Now I removed this fuse and we are seeing a small wire here. It is a fuse wire. Other electrical appliances in modern days, in that appliance only we are getting this type of fuse. Now you see, whenever excess current electricity flows through this fuse, it will be burnt. You can see here there will be no wiring inside. That means this fuse is burnt. Now in modern days, our new electrical appliances, we are having this type of fuse. What is meant by fuse? A fuse is a small thin piece of wire as shown in the figure. Now you see there are some types of fuse normally available in our electrical appliances. Normally this type of fuse we will find in our main board. In sometimes our switchboard also we are having this type of fuse wires. Now in TVs we can find this type of fuse wire. Nowadays in computers we can find this type of fuse wire. Now we can, if you replace this one, it will be okay. In order to save our electrical appliances from excess electricity, we are using this small wires, fuse wires. Now what is the purpose of these wires? Whenever excess electricity enters in the circuit, this fuse wire melts immediately. Therefore there won't be any passage of electricity to the appliances at our home. They will be safer. Now electric fuse. Fuse is made up of a special alloy that gets heated quickly and melts. Now this is a fuse wire. It is made up of special alloy. Normally copper and tin are used for making fuse wire. The current in the circuit is too high. The fuse wire gets hot and melts. This leaves gap in the circuit. That means whenever excess electricity flows through the circuit, this fuse wire melts. Now there will be gap in the circuit. That means our circuit is incomplete. There won't be any passage of electricity through the circuit, or our electrical appliances will be safer because no power flows through them. Automatically the circuit is broken and the flow of electricity is stopped. This protects appliances from getting burnt due to the passage of too large current through them. Now it means whenever excess electricity passes through the circuit, automatically the fuse wire melts, thereby disconnecting the circuit. Our circuit will become incomplete. There won't be any passage of electricity through the circuit. Therefore we can save all electrical appliances and wires in our house. Now have you seen, this is a socket, it is a meter, now it is the fuse. Now whenever fuse wire, how to remove this fuse wire and how to insert new wire, let us see in the form of a small video. Now it is a fuse, I am removing the fuse. Now you see what happened to this fuse wire in the, now in this fuse wire is burnt due to excess flow of electricity. Now what I will do, I want to replace a new wire instead of this wire. Now I am taking a tester, with the help of a tester or screwdriver I am removing the bolts. Now the burnt portion of the fuse wire I am removing. Now next what we have to do, after removing these nuts I have to insert a fuse wire. Look here, this is a fuse wire, it is made up of a special alloy, that is usually copper and tin. This alloy is a mixture of copper and tin. Now I am attaching this fuse wire in my fuse by tightening the screws. Now thereby I will make the circuit complete and again electricity will flow. Always excess electricity may not flow through our main board. Whenever it gets melted, we can replace it very easily. This fuse wire is very cheap. You think the situation, if all electrical appliances in our house are burnt, the situation will be very different, appliances will be very costly. Now having a fuse wire is very important in our main board. Did you observe? Now we finished the tightening the fuse and we are cutting the fuse wire. Now our fuse is ready with fuse wire. Now I am inserting it in my main board so that electricity circuit will be complete and electricity will be flown in my house. Now children, just now we have fitted our fuse wire. Now you see our wire is like this. Whenever it is burnt, we have to remove it from the main board and we have to fit our wire, fuse wire, and again we have to replace and again fix into the main board. Thereby we are solving our problem of getting appliances burnt in our house. Did you think any other idea? Always it is very difficult. Whenever excess electricity flows through the main board, always removing the fuse wire and putting the fuse wire again and again. Is there any special device instead of fuse wire? Yes, you are right. There is a special device. That device is nothing but MCB. What is MCB? MCB is nothing but miniature circuit breaker. Now how it will be, we will see that one. Now children, this is MCB. Whenever excess electricity comes in our house, now this button will put down, it will be in off position. Whenever we want to insert it again, make it like this in on position. Now how it will be connected? Here there will be a portion screw, here wires will be connected, positive terminal, here negative terminal in our circuit board. Now wiring will be ready. Whenever there will be any heat generation in our house, excess electricity is flowing, what happens? This MCB will fall down like this. Now again no need of any fuse wire. What we have to do? After some time we have to on it like this. Now our circuit will be complete, electricity will flow in our house. If there is any defect in our wiring system, this will not function. Now it is much safer device than fuse. Why? Because always replacing fuse is a difficult task. Now just putting down and putting up this button is very easy, and thereby we can prevent fire accidents and shock also. while making fuse connections. This can be avoided by using MCBs. Now we will see the what is miniature circuit breaker. Now these days miniature circuit breaker is increasingly being used in place of fuses. Now have you seen already? This is our MCB. Now it is also another type of MCB we will find in our circuit boards. Now these are the switches which automatically turn off when electric current in circuit exceeds safe limit. We have discussed already, whenever there will be excess electricity or any amount of heat generated through in our wiring system or any electrical appliances, what happens? Now MCB will fall down, it will be in off position. We have to on it once again. Now you see, now suppose if any excess electricity is flowing in my house, what is happening? All my buttons are in off position, fall down. Now what I am doing, in order to get full electricity again, I am switching on the MCB. Like this we can make use of MCBs instead of fuse. These are somewhat safer when compared to fuses. There will be two obstacles in using fuses. What are they? Always removing and putting is a difficult task, and whenever we are putting, if by mistake with our wet hands or otherwise any short circuit, what will happen? We may get shock while inserting fuses. When compared to that one, MCB is a safer device. Now it has a switch which goes off automatically if there is overheating. This breaks the circuit. If we turn them on, the circuit is once again complete. Now already we discussed this one. Whenever there is excess electricity or overheating in our wiring system, what happens to the MCB? It will fall down. What happens to the circuit? Circuit will be incomplete. There won't be any passage of electricity. Just by owning the MCB, what will happen? Circuit will be complete. Again electricity will flow in the circuit. Again there is defect in wiring system or any overheating, MCB will fall down. Then we have to call electrician and repair our electric wiring system in our houses. The advantage of miniature circuit breakers have over fuses is that they can reset manually or automatically to restore normal operation. These are very easy operation when compared to fuses. Always it is a difficult task to remove the fuse and inserting wire, and again we have to put the fuse. Most of the electricity that we use at our home and at school is alternating current. Now how that electricity enters in our house? Whereas fuses need to be replaced after every single operation, the MCB can be reset by hand and the circuit becomes complete once again. The mains electricity that is supplied to our houses comes from power stations. Substations distribute electricity. Yes, now look at this picture. Now in this picture it is a hydroelectric power station. Now by there we are getting to the substation. From substations it is going to the industries, colonies and houses. Now the distribution of electricity will be like this to our homes. Now how at power generation stations electricity will be supplied in high voltage to the substation. From substation again it will be transmitted through the wires to our houses. Now there will be transformers in between. From transformer we will get power supply to our houses. Now with volt voltage we will get electricity in our homes. Usually we will get 220 to 230 volts in our houses. Now if you go to the electric power stations, there will be thousands of voltage. Now will you get electricity free of cost? No. Yes, we have to pay for it. Now how we have to pay, how bill will be generated for the usage of electricity in our home. Electricity is not free of cost, we have to pay. How much we consume, based on that electricity bill will be generated. How the bill will be generated? Look children, the bill will be generated very easily. Now there will be slab system. For example, in our Telangana, for 100 units of electricity there will be very less charge. Sometimes it will be free of cost also. If we look at the meter in your house, you will notice a wheel that goes around the numbers in the window, keep on changing. Just observe this meter. It is a old type of meter. Now have you seen a wheel here? Now what happens this wheel? Whenever we switch on our fan or motor, what happens? This wheel moves fastly. After 10 rotations, we will get here one digit will be changing. Now it is changing from 6 to 7. After 10 revolutions, again number will come. Instead of 6543, here it will be 6544. 1 unit will be charged. Now that means, now this is shown in kWh. Now what is kWh we will learn after some time. Modern meters have digital displays. Just see, now it is the modern meter we are using nowadays. Here just we are seeing the numbers and not numbers. I will show a video to you. There you will observe how we have to notice our meter reading in digital meters. Now here also you are seeing kWh, that is nothing but kilowatt hours. 1 kilowatt hour. We will see that concept after some time. Now how the bill will be generated according to our meter reading. You may notice that a person belonging to the electricity department, the meter reader, visits houses every month and takes the meter readings. Children, you might have observed that a person visiting from 1st to 5th of every month, what he will do? He straight away goes to our meter and takes the reading. After that, in his digital machine, he will type that one. Whatever the reading he noticed, that he will type and he will give us printout. How this will be given to us based on the usage in that month. Now how that bill will be made by him? Let's see here. Now suppose this is the November month. Now what is the previous month? Previous month is October. Suppose that person is visiting our house on every 10th of October. Suppose. Now on 10th October he noticed some reading and he recorded in this machine. After that exactly 1 month. Now what is the billing month now? From 10th October to 10th November. Now what is our previous meter reading? That will be recorded in the machine. Now he inserted the what is our meter reading in the machine. Now with the comparison from October 10th to November 10th, how many units of electricity we used? For that a rate will be there. According to that rate and slab, this machine will calculate the amount we have to pay for the usage of electricity in that month. Now you see, there is a bulb. On this bulb you might have observed there will be 100 watt, 40 watt or 60 watt. This will be written on the bulb. On electrical devices, any electrical appliances, if you observe at your home, you will find this watts written on the electrical appliances. Not only bulbs, fans, tubes, motors, you can see this wattage is written on them. Now children, you observe that there is a red bulb, it will be blinking. Now you have seen after blinking there will be change in its number, that means unit is changed. Now Here you can observe, now at night I am recording this meter. Here is the time at 6:38 I am taking my meter reading. Digital meters look brighter during night times. Now you observe here, now time is 6:09. Observe, keep on observing. Here we are written kilowatt hour, kWh is written long away. Now what is the reading here? 33:39. Now in this way we can record our meter reading. Now is it very easy to record digital meters? No? Yes. Now we will understand what is meant by kilowatt hour. When any appliances of 1 kilowatt used for 1 hour, it uses up 1 kilowatt hour or 1 unit of electricity. This means suppose we are having 100 watt bulb in our house. Now suppose we are having 10 of such bulbs in our house. Now what will be the power consumed if we on all 10 bulbs for 1 hour? That means now 10 bulbs are used of 100 watts. 10 into 100 how much? That will be 1000 watt. 1000 watt is nothing but 1 kilowatt. They are worked for 1 hour. That means we are consuming the power 1 kilowatt hour. Children, did you understand this one? Now that 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1 unit. If it runs for 2 hours, it will be used up to 2 units of electricity. That means it is consuming 2 kilowatt hours energy. Now that 10 bulbs, instead of 1 hour, they are working for 2 hours. That means they are consuming 2 kilowatt hours of electricity. In this month, that is 580 units. That means from January to February, how much units of electricity is consumed by IOOPS? Yes, it is the difference of 580 and 400. How much it will be? It will be 180. Now you see, reading on 1st February is 580 units. Reading on 1st January is 400 units. Now number of units of electricity used. How we are getting this 180 units? Difference of 580 and 400. That is the reading of February and January. That is nothing but the number of units we consumed in that month. Now what is the unit cost? 3 rupees 5 NP. Now what we have to do? How much electricity we have to pay? Yes, it will be 180 into 3 rupees 5 paise. What will be its value? It is nothing but rupees 549. Now we will see another problem. Suppose in a house there are 4 bulbs of 100 watt each and 6 bulbs of 60 watt, each of 6 of 40 each. All of them are used for 2 hours a day. How many units of electricity will be used up in 30 days? How much will they have to pay? At rupees 2.80 per unit. Now what is given in this problem? How many 100 watt bulbs are there? 400 watt bulbs are there. 6 60 watt bulbs are there and 6 40 watt bulbs are there. Now what we have to do? They are used for 2 hours. Now how much electricity is consumed by them? We have to calculate first. Now let's see how simple it will be. Now there are 4 bulbs of 100 watts. Now there are 6 bulbs of 60 watt. How much electricity will be consumed? 6 into 60 watts. That will be 360 watts. Now there are 6 bulbs of 40 watts. how much electricity is consumed? 6 into 40 watts, that is 240 watts. Now total power used here is how much? First 4 into 100 watt bulbs, that is 400 units, 6 into 60 watt bulbs, that is 360 watts, 6 into 40 watt bulbs, that is 240 units. In total how much it will be? That will be 1000 watts. How many hours they used? They used for 2 hours. Total power used in every day, 2 hours into 1 kilowatt, that is nothing but 2 kilowatt hours. In 30 days the power used is nothing but 30 multiplied by 2 kilowatt hours, that is nothing but 60 kilowatt hour. Here rupees 2 rupees 80 paise, that is nothing but that is multiplied by 60 kilowatt hours. Total we are getting our electricity bill as rupees 168. Now in this way we calculate the meter reading and power at our house. Which is the commercial unit of electrical energy? Joule, kilowatt, kilowatt hour, calorie. What is the electrical fuse required in all electrical appliances? Ravi uses 1500 watt hair heater for 3 hours. How many kilowatt hours of electricity did he use? Very simple problem. Pradeep used a 200 watt water heater for 10 minutes each day. How many minutes does he use the water heater in a month? Assume that there are 30 days in month. How many hours does he use the water heater in a month? Which is the power of the water heater in kilowatt? Sorry, repeat. What is the power of the water heater in kilowatts? How many kilowatt hours of electricity does the water heater use in a month? If you are in your town charges rupees 3.25 per kilowatt hour, what is the cost to use the water heater for a month? Dear children, we have learnt how to calculate the electricity bill and what is the uses of fuses and MCBs in our house. Now dear children, so far we have learnt the usage of MCBs and fuses as safety devices in our house and how we can calculate electricity bill in terms of kilowatt hours and their slab rate in this session. Now children, for problems you look into the SCRT website or worksheets provided by SCRT. Thank you.